Today, I want to talk about a question that comes up quietly, usually with a little guilt attached to it. And it's this: at what point should I stop doing my own marketing? Welcome to the Higher Purpose Marketing Podcast. If you're a woman with a successful business, you probably got it by doing a lot of stuff yourself, and you could be starting to feel the weight of marketing more than you want to. If you've ever thought, my business is going great, but why does marketing still feel like that thing I can't quite get off my plate? You're in the right place. Around here, we don't chase trends or one-size-fits-all solutions, God forbid. We focus on thoughtful, realistic marketing that supports your business and lets you enjoy your life. Welcome, and let's dig in. It's a hard question, right? And it's probably something maybe you asked ChatGPT, because if you ask somebody in my shoes, they're more than likely going to try to sell you on yesterday. It's like when to plant a tree. Yesterday was the best time to stop doing your own marketing. But I want to give you some markers here, some direction arrows, so you can make the decision for yourself. I'm going to do the best that I can to do this without bias because I don't know you individually. So I can give you kind of some guardrails to know, am I good where I'm at, or is it time to outsource this to someone else? So, first, let's start by encouraging you. You have done an excellent job to get your business to where it is with your own marketing expertise. Your business didn't get here by accident. It wasn't like overnight success and you woke up and you had all of these clients to work with. And doing things yourself wasn't a bad decision. It wasn't a flaw. It was smart, especially early on. But there is a discomfort when we start talking about delegating your marketing. Delegating anything is uncomfortable because if you're like me, we like to be in control of our businesses. We like to be able to change things whenever we want, to switch directions whenever we want, to get in there and do it ourselves. We feel like it's faster. We know our businesses the best. We care about our businesses the most. Delegating is hard. Delegating marketing is especially uncomfortable because marketing's whole purpose is to bring in money, to bring in more clients. More clients means money, which was what keeps your doors open. So, giving some of that responsibility to someone else can feel risky and uncomfortable, a little scary. And you're also maybe in your mind thinking, would I be letting go of something that is working right now? You could be thinking, I should probably keep this on my plate. I can do it well enough, good enough. I don't even know what delegating would look like. Sometimes it's hard to give up something that you don't fully understand yourself. It's kind of like when I delegate systems work. Sometimes the question I ask is like, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what it could be. I have no earthly idea. It's just not my lane. And for many people, delegating marketing means having someone do your social media. And you've probably already done that. And that's a fantastic decision because it's not something you want to do. But that doesn't mean social media does not equal marketing. Social media is just one piece, one tiny, tiny piece of marketing. But here's the question that we're trying to answer today. At what point, where's the line there that this is the point that I should stop managing or doing my own marketing? Not because you can't keep doing it, not because you're failing or you're doing it wrong, but because you're starting to feel like you're limiting yourself. And the question you ask yourself is, can I do my own marketing? But the question you should ask is this, doing my own marketing or managing it, the best use of my time and my energy at this stage of my business. Now, let's be clear. In the early stages, 100% appropriate. A startup, a solopreneur, doing everything is normal. It's pretty much like a requirement. And it's even smart because before you delegate something, you want to have a base knowledge of how to do it yourself. Even if that person can improve on it 10%, 20%, you want the base knowledge of knowing it for yourself. But if you're in a position with your business that you are ready to grow, like you're already growing, or you just desire to grow, that you feel like you've kind of maxed out where you're at and you need to take things up a notch, that's a different ball game. If you want a new income level, then that means that you are going to be delivering a new level of service. It means that everything needs to move up a notch. Your operations, your systems, your processes, your customer experience, your offers, like everything you build also needs to move up a notch. And so does your marketing. But being the leader of I hate to use this because it's so overused, the next level business, being the leader of that business, one notch ahead of where you are, is going to require a new level of leadership from you. Like your time and energy should shift in order to become this new leader that you are becoming. And that means you have less time and energy for something. Something has to go in order for you to step into this new leader level that you're going to. And when we're talking about marketing, keep in mind, just because you're capable of doing something doesn't mean you should be the one doing it. Personal example, so I can preach to the choir a little bit. Just because I'm capable of managing my books, of managing my P&L, of reviewing it once a month, all of those things, of getting the data, all the data to my CPA that she needs every month, just because I'm capable of doing that, and I am, doesn't mean I should be the one doing it. Do I have expertise in accounting, bookkeeping? No. Do I have a base level that allows me to do good enough what I need to do? Yes. But I am certain that I could be making better business decisions and I would have a better grasp of how my business is performing if I weren't the one expected to pull out that data. If I weren't the one looking at it, trying to see that picture, I would be able to make better decisions. It's the same thing. We're not supposed to be experts in every area of our business. That's unrealistic. Anything, just like bookkeeping with me, any area of your business is limited by how much you know. And that includes marketing. To keep growing on your own, to get your business where you want it to go this year, you could do it. You could, using marketing, get your business to where you want it to go. But you would need to do this. You would need to study marketing very seriously. You would need to research what is working now at this moment in 2026. What is no longer working? Like what's on the decline? You would need to stay current with trends, not necessarily to do them, because you would need to evaluate the trend. Is this a good fit for me and my business? Is it a good fit for my target audience, my ideal client? Essentially, you would need to become a part-time marketer. But this is what I am expecting you to say if we were having this conversation one-on-one. You don't want to become a part-time marketer. That sounds like a horrible thing. You don't want to spend your time studying marketing. That sounds to me like when my husband wants to have a conversation about finances, like it's the most boring thing imaginable, or politics, or a million other things. This is horrible. What you want to spend your time doing is what you're best at. That's why you started your business, right? The service that you are providing, the way you're serving your clients, you want to spend your time at that. You want to spend your time leading your business, becoming a better leader, a better CEO, of guiding your team, mentoring them, and let's not forget to mention living your life, living your best life, as Ben Richter says. You want to have fun. You want to travel. You want to spend time with your family. You want to not be working 50, 60, 70 hours a week. So if the place that you want to be is going to require you to become a part-time marketer, that's the line. That's the line that it's time to get support. Because unless you're in a business like I am, where you are a marketer, no one else thinks that sounds like a great idea. If where you want to get in your business is going to require you to become a marketer, you need support. It's time. So let's go a little bit deeper in on that. The signs that you're outgrowing doing your own marketing. And let's go back to, if you listen to last episode 54, on this puzzle analogy, you are doing all the right things, right? The podcasting, the email, the social, those are individual puzzle pieces. There is no clear picture, though, tying them together. They're not connected. You just have these random pieces that you have not put together. So you don't have a larger picture that shows you what's going on. Other signs, you are reacting with your marketing. You're saying, I have this new offer. I want to put it out. Oh crud, I've got to put some marketing around this. We've got to create a page. We need to create some social posts. I need to be out on Reels. I better email. It is an afterthought instead of being in on. A marketing expert is going to be in on the planning process, that when you create the new offer, they are going to help with what's the right messaging. How can we make this even more attractive to our audience? They're going to be thinking strategically. So it's even a better offer when you're ready to launch it. And you have all these pieces of the puzzle ready to go when you're ready to launch. And they're all saying the same thing. They're reinforcing one another. If someone listens to your podcast and they read your email, they're getting the same message. Everything, if you don't like the puzzle analogy, it's like a symphony. Instead of all these individual instruments kind of playing their own tunes, they're all working together to play the same thing because they have a conductor, right? Okay. So that's if your marketing is reactive. It's like an afterthought to do the different pieces. And it's also you might not feel that you have a clear sense of maybe what to promote, when to promote it, how everything works together over the course of a year. Here's the contrast. So this is the flip side of it. An expert. When you bring on an expert, if you have a really good one, this is what they're going to do. They're going to look, number one, at who you are. So it's like a discovery phase, let's say. They are learning the story of why you started your business, the people you feel really called to serve. What are your values? Who are you? Like, what are your preferences? What is your voice? Like, what do you sound like? How do you communicate? They're learning all about you. And they're learning about what you are already doing. All the things that you've already been doing great. They are looking at those to see, how are they performing? Are there some things doing better than others? Is there a way to improve something 1% and you get a 10% better result? They're going to look at what you're doing and how it's performing. Then they're going to look at what's going on with your client, your customer. What's their experience like? And then they're going to keep diving into the next level, which is like, what are the trends? What is the forecast of where your business is going? Like, if I know a year from now, this is the place that you want to be, then I can start building a plan that keeps those things in mind. Like, I want these to be, no matter what your biggest offers are now, the ones that are doing the best, I want these to be my flagship offers a year from now. Then I start creating a plan to help get you there. We start promoting less of the things that you want to do less, and we start promoting more of where you want to be. That's an example. It's planning ahead. It's also because we are often looking at several clients' businesses from the inside and seeing, so I'm able to see trends across the board. Like it wasn't just your business that didn't have a good 25. It was a lot of businesses across a lot of industries. So don't think that you need to burn everything to the ground and start new. That's not what's happening. This isn't a market trend. This is not a you problem. You see what I'm saying? Like I have greater visibility than someone who is just in their own business every day and not anyone else's. This is another test for you. Let's look at the energy test. We really have more time than we do energy. And when something drains your energy, then you don't want to do anything else. Like energy, as my good friend Jillian Dolberry talks about, like energy is the thing we really need to protect most, then time. So let's look at your energy. If marketing is draining your energy instead of boosting your energy, giving you energy, that's good information for you, that's something you at some point need to get off your plate. It's not a failure. It's just a sign. It's just a sign. This is not giving you life. It's taking life away. You're going to feel like a better human if you get rid of it. So then let's talk about what support actually looks like. Step 1 is that discovery phase I just explained, where it is an in-depth review of who you are as a business, the business owner and a business, your values, and then it's the middle part that you usually think about marketing, of your actual messaging, your social, your offers, how things are being communicated, and the back end of what it's actually like to work with your business. Those are all the things that make up marketing that I, coming in as an expert, want to learn before I start recommending things for you. It is idiotic for me to do that without really understanding you, your business, and your customer well. That's stupid to just come in and start making a bunch of recommendations, because they won't work. They won't work. And if they do, they will feel horrible to you and you won't want to continue to do it. The best marketers, no matter who you hire for your stage in business, an established, successful business, will not give you a one size fits all plan, will not give you a cookie cutter solution. Let's keep our cookie cutters at the bakeries, not in marketing. Everything will be shaped and customized around you and your business. Now, here is the thing that I think people want to say to marketers, to other people they're outsourcing to, but don't. So many of us have been burned, whether it's in marketing or it's in other areas of business. We've been burned. We hired someone and it did not meet our expectations. It didn't fit us. It didn't work. They didn't deliver like they were supposed to. And we are stuck with the fallout. We're left to fix the problem on our own, to figure it out, to try to pick up the pieces. And we're a little bitter and resentful about it, and we feel a little burned, and that makes us hesitant to hire someone else. And I mean, I speak about that because I get that. That has happened to me the past couple of years. I have invested in things that really left me disappointed at the end. And this is the deal with marketing that you need to know before you hire someone. Marketing is not there's no magic pill. It's not, especially in 2026. You do this, you get that. It's not an A plus B equals C equation. It doesn't work like that. It may have at one point. That is not where we're at in a market right now. It is a test and a tweak process. So reframe your thinking. Don't expect everything to work like brilliantly right out of the gate. Like, I'm going to put this out there and I'm just going to be blown away by the people who want to work with me. It is test and tweak. You experiment with something, you set it up where you're shooting for a certain goal, a number, If you're not hitting that, then you tweak something, you test it again. You tweak one thing at a time so you can dial in. That is the process. It's not a surefire formulaic thing, but so even though that is the state of what marketing is like, it's test and tweak, but you as the business owner should not be solely responsible for diagnosing what went wrong, figuring out how to fix it, carrying that mental load. No, you may be in that role now if you're your own marketer, but you shouldn't be. That's one of the advantages of hiring somebody. You shouldn't be in that role. Good support doesn't disappear, ghost you when something doesn't work, or flounder because, oh, every time I've tried this, it's worked. I can't imagine why it's not working with you. There is an ownership on the part of your marketing partner to say, I will take responsibility for figuring this out, for trying something new, and not just making an assumption or guess, or let's just do this. Like finding some good data and basing a new decision off of that. We're going to make this change based on this data or this reasoning. And then you test it again. They hang in there with you. It is a partnership to say, I care about your business, not as much as you do, but I care about your business. I care about your success. I care about your clients. And I am going to be here with you to put things out, to test them, and to tweak them. And we together are going to continue to work until the result that you want is the result that you get. That is good support. But there's also a problem that you have to overcome. And that's that for a lot of you, the bottleneck in your business may not be marketing. It may not be marketing that's holding you back. It may be you. It may be you that's holding your business back. And you don't want that to be. You don't want to be the thing holding your business back. Growth in your business is going to require you free up some time. You free up some mental space. Oh my gosh, sign me up for that. You step into a different level of leadership. And it's not just you that has to be ready for the next level. I mean, let me just remind you, we talked about this earlier. It's your systems and your processes and your marketing and your sales. All of it has to be able to function at a new level, because the worst thing that could happen is that you have a successful business now and you go to move to the next level and you do get all of these new clients knocking on your door, wanting to work with you, wanting to buy from you, wanting to support you. And then they get in there and the experience is so bad that they're out the door and they start telling everyone else, I had a bad experience. I got paid, I got billed twice or whatever it is. If your systems, all of these things, your sales, your whatever it is not ready for that new level of growth, it's all going to crumble underneath you. You can't move to the next level of your business if you're the one that is responsible for executing everything where you are now. You can't move into the next level of business if you are responsible for executing everything where you are now. When marketing stops being something that you have to manage and it starts being something that supports your business, that goes alongside you as you grow, everything is going to get lighter, clearer, more intentional. And oh my gosh, you are going to feel so much better when it's, this is not on me to figure out. If this was a conversation that you recognize yourself in and you're wondering, is it time? Is this the line in the sand where I know I can't keep doing this alone? Schedule a free clarity call with me. This is not a pitch. I'm very clear about that. This is an anti-pitch environment. There's no pressure. This is just a conversation. And, you can ask the other people I've had this with. It's just a conversation of, let's look at where you are now. What is working? What's not working? What's causing you stress? And where do you want to go with this? And I can help shine a light on what you're doing now Is that fine to help you grow to the next level? And maybe it is. But I will also be honest with you to say, whether you work with me or not, that I will tell you if this is not going to allow you to grow to the next level, if you and your marketing are holding you back. I will tell you that too. You can schedule this call completely free, 45 minutes at bit.ly/be weird call. Take comfort in that letting go of your marketing doesn't mean losing control. It means you are choosing where you're going to put your energy, what matters most to you. And growth often starts with deciding, I don't want to carry this anymore. And remember, it's like kind of like when, now granted, my children are little, but they say, you're not losing a child, you're gaining a daughter or a son-in-law. And that that kind of works in this too. You're not losing marketing. You're not losing a part of your business. You are bringing along a partner alongside you to walk with you, to have a person, even if you do kind of enjoy marketing and have fun ideas, great. Then you give that to your marketing partner and you say, I had this idea to do that. What do you think? You know what? That person is going to be able to add to it, to give it legs, and to make it even better, to improve on it and to make it happen. You won't have the responsibility for making sure that it happens anymore, or even directing the other people. If you have hired contractors, you won't even have to be responsible for directing the contractors on what to do. That partner just brings so much peace and relief for you. I trust that this has been, if nothing else, that it has like gotten you thinking, am I ready to stop doing my own marketing? Or at least I will know. Now I will know when I'm ready to pass it off. Because what we really want, more than more than I want clients, more than I want sales, I want you to be able to grow your business without losing your peace. I want your business to succeed. I want you to be able to serve more people without losing your mind, your peace, your family time, the things that you love about your life. And that's why I'm here doing these things. I look forward to talking to you next time. Have a great week. If this episode was helpful, I'd love it if you shared it with another woman who might need to hear it as well. You can also subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss future episodes, especially if marketing has started to feel heavier than you want it to. This is where you're going to find relief. And if you want more support, resources, or to learn more about how I work with clients one-on-one, you can visit BeWeirdMarketing.com. Thanks for being here, and I can't wait to chat with you next time.